the unique idea of, I think it's this picture you speak of, Swedish. So it's from Järvsö, book alla 2, year 96 to 03, image in this software, 3790, page 865. So then if we move over to the software and add the unique ID here, we will come to the book. So then it's Nor S1. Nor, I think, is Nor, I think, is, this is not Nor, is here also, is in Järvsö. So if we look in Järvsö on the category, then we have a map down here for Järvsö that normally has marked the houses. So here you have Nor. Samlad bebyggelse means gathering of houses. Here you have just a house. So if I click on Nor, you can see Hudiksvall, Söderhamn. And if we go down here and change to satellite map, you can see its houses, I think. So somewhere here on the other side of this river of, yeah, I think Järvsö is up here somewhere. Yep. So if you look in the book, Nor S1, then Per Olsson is here. He says he's living on number 2, and I think if we have Per Olsson, do we have him? He was dying also on Nor 2. I added that today. Now, and you have passed away here. Passed, maybe I should say. And this is from the Swedish Deaf Book. It's a secondary source where people look up both when they are get birth and dead, and it's indexed. So you have to buy a CD, which I have. And that says 1833-05-06 Per Olsson, Nor 2 Hästhagen. So this is where he lived when he died. Death 26 March 1917, and that's on that address. Kyrkobokföring is in the church, that means this is the parish, Järvsö, when he died. Born 6 May 1833 in Järvsö. Enkling means he was widowed 1940-25, so 3 years before he died, his wife died. And then they said, because we change all the time the administration units, this is the same as Järvsö 2014. And this is some resource marks, which I don't know about. So what we can do, we can look in the church book, and then it says number 2, which is the place also he died on then. Nor 2 Hästhags. I think Hästhags means maybe something here. And then you can see, I think 116 is how much tax they had to pay. The plus is he has died. Olof Persson also, I think, has a plus or a cross mark because he died. Then I can't read. Hemmansägare, he owns the house. And F is former. F is former here. So they, and if we look in this column, it is married. So you have the marriage date, 65, 1510. And we haven't added that. So he is, this is Per Olsson, and this is Per Olsson. So then it's 1865. Location, you never know. I think it's normally the wife's father who pays the marriage. Then we also have for Olof Persson 67. And he is marriage date 95 302. Normally they marry in the summer, I think. That's just the feeling I have. So maybe it's a child coming. And then the question is, if I do Control A here, I get this unique ID, and then we can say we have used this source before here, up here. So it's used on number 3, moving to Offenburg with the family. Son born. What I do, you can take it away if you don't think it's okay, is that we take away the 89. Yeah, the son was born. That's the reason they married. Maybe. Or out of pure love. And marriage was done between Olof Persson which is Persson 75. And I normally take the name from the household books. Albertina Maria Svensson. Albertina Maria Svensson. And she is here. And then I do copy link address. And I do so, and the source we already used, and I always use the unique ID of the page as the thing. So then we can see if we have it in the name, and we have. So that means that it will be reused. But a better source for this is to get in the birth book. She's from Segersta. So maybe the birth record is in Segersta, which is another parish. And she moved in January. Then she moved in, and then he moved out in 1903 to Undersvik. I have helped another person from Offenberg. Maybe you're related then. We have a lot of records who is in the States. I say this, and we can see. Undersvik, we have it, yes. But that's a rather tragic story, I think. Father died and so on. So if you go to Undersvik, was it Östberg? What we can do, I don't remember now some of those person it is. What's interesting now is if we can find the birth record. So we have a marriage and we have the reference to the household record. The marriage record I think is in Segerstad, but we start in rvso. So then you have special books for that, marriage record books. Look more information before I start doing it. So see, he moves away. This is the military, I think. I'm not specialist this, but in 1888 he had maybe number 153 in the military, but I'm not 100% sure. So we can see his wife here, and this is the what household he has visited. See, they had 1 or 2 per year. So when the priest came and did some checking on how good they, and here you have how good knowledge they have of Christian, and if they have done nattvard, I don't know what to say when you go front of the church. Here we have another comment, and that's moved in, and that says that Albertina Maria Svensdotter moved in from page 763, and now we're on page 865. So then we go to page 763. So she 763 Albertina Maria 73 28 12. Here she is. So her parents and mother came from Värmland, lived in Segerstad, and moved then up to Sanna, which I don't know where it is, but it's still in rvso. He was flottningsförman, which means he lived when a lumberjacker has his big trees in Sweden before they move them on the water, then it's called flottning. If we do like this, and I think it was a rather dangerous work. So this is what they did. This is water under. So you have to take get all the tree down to. You see, it's crazy. What you have, which is an excellent resource, it's DBIS, and that's picture from this area. So what we can do is that we can see if we can search on Nor. Nothing. If we can search on flottning. Yes. So they give me 274 pictures. And this is from Alfta. Bergvik, this is where my girlfriend grew up. So it's a really tough work. Hallenkilafors. Yeah, but what I thought I should do is show you if we can find. We had someone who died, didn't we? So what he says here is that she is moving from page 763, and we understood that 763 is in the same book, and we can see that her father moved in. He was born in Värmland, so yeah, there you have the Värmland roots again. I think it's your. And what we can see is that they are moving out to page 827, 1902. And he had daughter, son, son, daughter, daughter, daughter. And here you can see also that he was Anders Svensson. So he is Anders' son. But now he changed name to Svensson. Svensson is also a patronymicon, but you stopped using it in 1900. I think you were forbidden to do it. And all those 3 children were born in Segerstad, and I think when they don't have anything, it maybe, or they are born in Alfta. So they moved maybe 82 up to Alfta. Then normally you look further down, husman, see if they have a relation to the people at the top, but they don't have here, I think. No. And if we look in the other book, we have son Per Arvid, we have son Olof Anton, and then we have, don't know. And here you have something interesting. Far, bonden Olof Olsson, enkling, that means he's widow, and he died 97. So maybe he's related to you. Per Olsson, Olof Olsson. I can show you on this map. Järvsö is up here. And Segerstad is, I think. Segerstad is the place I think I sent to you a long time ago. It's this movie, Stig Larsson, Man Who Hates Women or something like that. Söderala is down here. Here is Segerstad. So this bridge, or this, is in the movie. Of, I think it's that bridge. It's in the movie The Man Who Hates Women. Yeah, it's the old bridge. And they grew up somewhere here. So here you had this flottning moving in the logs on the street. I'm a bad boy, bad person. So when I visited my girlfriend's mother and father, I went away geocaching. So I was a lot around here looking, and they had some. I think up here they moved the logs. So it was so rather interesting. What I thought we can do is, if we check in on Olof here, he died. No, not Olof. We should see if we can find the father. The father is Olof Olsson. Is that the father then? Per Olsson. He has no father. It says father, to whom? And I would guess the father to Per. But what we had, I think we had a death date here, didn't we? No, we have just that they move out. Or... What we can do is, we have the marriage first. Right? Sorry, 65. 1510. If you're lucky in the beginning, they have some. No, they didn't. So what we saw is that the 65 lysning. Here it's you. I think you have to tell in the church 3 times that they are going to marry. So someone could say she should not marry, she's already married or something like that, or if they have been promised something. So then the priest was telling 3 times, and then you have the dates here. And it says here, this is the marriage date. So if we look back on here, it says October. So I think this is the number of the year, as they are going to have a child. I think it's done rather fast. Maybe it was not them to have a child. 65, October 15, October 16. No. Oh. Then we look in another one. '95 we take. From that book. Maybe they have a priest to write better. Here 95. That's just an example. Here 95. Feb 3. Here we have them. Olof Persson hemma and Nor 2. So they were 20th of January, 27 and 3rd. They were telling in the church that they are going to be married. No one complained. Then Albertina Maria Svensson, flottningsförmans daughter of this, doing this vlogs in Sanna på byn, har I think the father was given muntligt speaking, but also in written that it was approved that she was getting married. They were born, and this is the page in the book, and that's the pages we have found, I think. Somewhere. 76, up you see here, page 763 and page 865. Don't understand. That's the year, February 3rd, and the priest was Holm. Nothing more. So what we can do is we can add this to and what we got now is that we Olof 95, and then we got a new evidence, and this is a much stronger evidence, I think, that they got married. So then I add that before, and what I do is that I take the ref, add always a name if I will reuse it somewhere, and I take the unique one from this book, unique ID, which I have seen is a good sort. So now we have it here, and I added marriage record. Good. And then I upload the image, and the image always get the. I always use the church book. And then you have to write it's from Archive Digital, otherwise they don't love you. Maybe they don't either. And then I put in the location. And the location is now Nor is a day. Yeah, so. And the date is I take the marriage date, 3rd February, and year is 1895. And it's a source, and we are sure, and we are sure. And then I just add it. So it's up to you to. It's up to you if you would like to have it inline or not. It's 5 in the morning in Sweden. And then we also add it on her. Record. So what I do is that here we have the marriage. I steal this one and move it over to Albertina. There we have married, and the married record here is 3, which is from the household record. So then I think we have a stronger evidence here. It looks like you haven't done your formatting here, so then I add this here, and when I add something like that, I do it in a much more complex way than necessary. We need to have the reference to archive digital. Then I add in the label, which you can have when you have mouse over. I get the whole thing, and then I take away things which I think normal people don't like. So it's marriage record, and the marriage record is a reference to this page. So if we look at it, we have a down here and 10, 10. And here we have a number 3. More from Segerstad to Sanna here. So what I normally do also is that try to find Sanna, and Sanna should be in rvso, and the best place to look for is the Bygdeband Church books, eller the Bygdeband site. And this link goes directly to, not the parish, but to the församling, which is the community, I think you call it, religious, which is nearly the same, but why should it be easy? And here we have Sanna. So that means they lived at that place. So then I steal that one. And then we go to Albertina. Here we have, no, Anders. And then I can't edit it, or can I? I can't. So then you get a link. Clickable link to the place in the map. So here you can click. Maybe we should have done that on Segerstad also. Here you can see that I did a mistake. Now we know he's working with this flottning, as we call it in Sweden. Then we have digital museum, and that's digital museum about picture from some areas. So now I did a search on Segersta. So this is clothes they used, traditional, but you also have some pictures. And map and so on. So it's also a really good resource to learn more how life was. Svannesgård. Maybe we should. Things here are not digitalized, but a lot of things are. I should try to find. What was my idea? Segersta. And then map pictures. Here, and then if we are lucky, it's Segersta is the big city, so maybe we should know more. Where else? We take Borry churches. Segersta. Maybe we can find out better place. This is where they lived, and then they moved up, I think, to rvso, which is up here somewhere. There we have rvso. And so you see they follow the river, and that the reason I think is because of he worked at the river. But Segersta, I think we could find maybe a better. Segersta and Segersta, I believe, is the same. Good. But what I thought about was try to find the estate of her husband's father. And now we are in 1867 and he died 47. That's rather late and you have to order it, I think. But if you look at the father, then he dies 1917 in rvso. So then we could see if I have it already, maybe. Pass away, no. So then what we do, go to rvso, which we have here, and then you go further down, and then the estate and inventory is not in the parish, but you have a reference here, and he died 1917. And then you click here, and then you go to the district court records. If you are lucky, they have done a register, but they haven't. So then we maybe don't do it. We can have a check. 1917. It's down here. You should do it in 3 months, so it should be in this one. So what you see here is 1916 this was done. So then you get an information of all the things. Same clothes. This person has 4 something fella, I don't know what it is, but this is just what he had in his bed. Walking clothes was just one sum. Then the furnitures, 1 round table, 3 something, 1 small table at the window, 9 stairs. And you can see, and here is also what kind of tools he had. Grepar is for taking in, so this must be a farmer. And then you have fordringar, it's if someone has debt to you. So this person has bank debts. What you have at the end normally is that you get the signature, A. Andersson, so then you can get the signature of your person. So then we have the next one and so on. But we know, if we are lucky, they are doing this in order. And this is still from 1816. And then they have done like this, 1816. Sorry, 1916. 1917 January. 1916. 1917. 1917 April. Died in March. So then we have to look for March too early. April could be, but this is Johanna Katarina Blom. March too early. March too early. April. Kristina Rosell. Erik Persson, what's his name? Per Olsson. Daniel Nordlund. Oh, good. Machine written. Farmer wife Ella Olsdotter. Augusta Katarina. Soldier. Widow Annis Persson från Järvsö. Uh-oh. 19 January, too early. 10th of April. 5th of April. 19 March, don't know. But it takes some weeks normally. Got the wrong place. 1960, they are not in order, so then you have to look through everything. 27th, too early. April, Anna Sjölin, wrong name. Per Halvarsson, wrong person. Widow. Delsbo, wrong place. Öja, wrong. So this takes some time. Kristina Pettersson i Flosta. Per Jansson i Simo. Why the wrong place? Anna Mårtensdotter. Carl Gustav Bank. Jonas Persson. Per Ersson. Oh, good written. Oh, in May, so now I think if you had to write on if you were not really poor. Klockan, that's working in the church. Norin. 18 June. Jonas, wrong name. Oh, 9 July. Erik. Olsson, but that's not our person, I think. Or no, Per Olsson. Wik, Per Persson, Hedov, Erik, Priest in Arbro. Everyone seems to die. Olof Olsson. Bilder om änkan. Hedov, Olof Samuelsson. Erik Olsson. Kerstin. Anna. Marta. Olof Olsson. Are they lazy and don't do it in time? Helena Olsson. Oh. Olof Jonsdotter. Karin. Erik. Per Olsson. Oh. 19 April is not him. Is it? Who's this? Ella Olsdotter. The bad thing is that sometimes they are not in order. Then you get killed. So maybe you have to give up. And sometimes they have a register. And then you are happy. Hans Hansson. He had a lot of things. Olof Larsson. Johannes Persson. Soldier. Anna Olsdotter. Kristina Jansson. Karin. Johan Magnus. Anders Gustav. Olof Mårten. Ingrid. Anna. Oh, Per. Nybo. Not the right place. Hamre. Per Olsson är still. Per Olsson. Fåfåle. Here, Per Nor number 2. So this year, 97, the 10th of April, was this created after Per Olsson, who died the 26th of March. Yes, that's the correct one. So what I do is that I add But we have an estate and inventory now. And that is the unique name of the estate and inventory. So it's the 10th of April was it done. And here we should say he passed away March 26. And then I can add a picture of it. But what I read it through it. Per Olsson Nor number 2, rvso socken, who has passed away the 26th of March. And the people who belong to this is myndig. He's older than 18 or 20. The son, Olof Persson i Städe, Medelpad. So they Stöde, Medelpad. So he's living in Medelpad. And son can't read, Jakob, Jonas Persson in Nor, Järvsö. Both were at the place. Boet was this the formal swing. So then furniture, skänk, some kind of, don't know. Think you put your stuff in it. One sofa, I think. One big, what do I put books. 4 chairs. One mirror on the wall. One clock on the wall. Clothes he used. No, gångkläder is this line, 50 was that worth. Copper, a coffee pan and so on. So this is worth 140. They didn't have much. This is things in the bed. Lakan sheets, 8. Got for the pillow, 18. Mattresses, 2. And so on. And Sålunda, so that's worth 210. He has no debts. Sålunda, enligt uppgift, they say that they say it's okay. Per Persson. And then he proved that they have done this in the correct Jonas Persson. So you have more children then. So normally the estate and inventory is also a good check that you have found all children. So what we have is only all people. Then you have Jakob Persson also. Cool. I add this and the video.